You meditating your podcast?
Get into your,
oh my God, I got
you got to get into your character.
Welcome to Underground Nutrition After Hours. Today we're talking about, what did we even talk about?
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I can lunge all over the place. Yes. Iceland.
Welcome back to Underground Nutrition After Hours. I'm Scott, one half of Underground Nutrition, and this is John and Justin of Paramount Gym. Say hello, gentlemen.
I don't.
Good afternoon. Is that your new thing?
I say it all the
I
time.
see you on the. I've today's the first time I heard you say it, and it was on the phone like 3 times in one conversation.
What's he doing? What are you doing?
How you doing?
Nah, that's not it.
I don't.
There it is.
I don't.
What's that from? Is that like a Barstool thing?
No, it's definitely not Barstool.
It's an Italian
it's
thing.
It's an Italian. My family all does it, so that's what I'm
Jeez.
doing. Yeah. Sorry. All right, Nordic.
So I have some good news for everybody listening at home.
What's the good
We
news,
are
Scott?
rich.
We got rich. YouTube has informed us of monetization. So we should be getting a check in the mail any day now.
I've been waiting for a check in the mail for a long time.
Yeah. So we are once again.
We are once again asking for your financial support.
Well, there's a couple cool things that come with it. And so maybe, I don't know if we have fans, but we have at least.
we have watchers.
We at least have a few hundred people who watch us pretty consistently, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't bad for a stupid little show with a couple guys that don't know anything about anything, just talking shit. You know?
I feel like we know a little bit about a lot.
Yeah, like a jack of all trades, master of none.
None.
Yes.
So a couple cool perks that come with it is, number one, Underground Nutrition's online store is right there. You can just click on it, free shipping, buy yourself something nice.
There you go, Mom and Dad. You could buy something nice.
We got apparel. We got supplements.
Just in time for the holidays.
Just in time for it makes a great gift for your loved ones.
Mhm.
Glycine. And
Are we going to do the collab T-shirt?
we are going to do an Underground
After Hours
After
T-shirt.
Hours T-shirt.
Fire.
We're going to design something that's going to be very special.
Fire. I like that.
We're going to offer it to our fans.
Our watchers.
Are we going to get them made, or are we going to
It's
drop
going to
ship 'em?
be your mom and dad.
Right.
walkway.
That's all it's going to buy them.
My sister.
my parents aren't going to buy one.
I won't be able to give Alan one. And the other cool thing that we're gonna try, we're gonna roll out is a membership. So if you like the show, for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks a month, for $5 a month, you can donate to the show. We're gonna have some perks for you guys, for you weirdos that would want to do something like that.
So less than this cup of coffee, because this cup of coffee was probably $6.50.
No, it's black. It was like $5.28, but for $4.99 a month,
Wow.
you can support the show. And you're going to get some perks. I'm not exactly sure what those perks are, but just off the top of my head, I'm going to say exclusive discounts. I'm going to say you're going to have early access to our videos. And
Early access to the episodes that we're doing
yeah, like we could put it up, and I'll put it up for members first.
a day earlier.
Like a day early.
I like that.
Okay.
And they can check it out and give some feedback. You can have highlighted comments, meaning nobody comments anyway, which is infuriating.
Well, I don't know. You
comment,
got
share.
some people yelling at you.
Oh, that lady was making fun of my ears for like 2 days straight, dude. In the car, I could
Which
not.
I didn't like because I know you're insecure about them.
It was not. I mean, I'm all up for a little banter, dude.
I know, but I just know that you're insecure about
Get a little
them because I tell you like to shave your head and grow the beard, and you're like, "Nah, bro, I can't. My ears are too big."
Well,
Like,
I
no,
just
you
got
look
I
great.
have the one ear that just pops out a little further than the other, and it looks crazy on camera sometimes. Even I notice it. But she called me fucking Dumbo and spelt it wrong. And
She said like dumb boo, right?
Dumbo, and I said
Dumbo.
I said boo is right. And then for 2 days, I got into a pretty serious argument with this girl.
She called you Bernie Sanders, basically. We were just acting like, right? Is this the girl that was calling you a socialist?
No, that was on another video.
Oh,
no,
shit,
no,
I
this was-
apologize. My
but-
bad.
Yeah, so I got so you'd get highlighted if you want to become a member. You get highlighted comments, and we're gonna.
That's just like a pinned comment. Like you get like somebody.
I
Is
don't
that
do-
what that means?
I don't know. I barely read over it, but I'm telling you right now, if you did sign up for the $5 a month, we're gonna
It's
somehow
going to be worth it.
we're gonna somehow
gonna
make it
take
fucking
care of
work-
you.
Work with it for you.
Yeah.
discounts, maybe day passes. I don't know.
But easy.
Well, all right, maybe not day passes.
Maybe a Ghost energy drink.
What about, is there a way to, I feel like the T-shirts would be too expensive, so we wouldn't be able to, I guess if you get your whole family to sign up for a subscription, we'll send you a
give
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Well, for right now, it's just a one membership. It's just $5 a month, and we're just gonna add perks to it. There's already some perks up there. I don't even know what it is, but
Congrats to us.
Yeah, so let's get some money. Let's get Donnie paid so that
Yeah.
we can stop coming out of pocket.
Oh, yeah. We couldn't even ask what episode today was because Donnie's not here, unfortunately.
episode 20 something.
Donnie's ACL surgery was a
R.I.P.
success.
ACL for
Our
Donnie.
producer tore his ACL playing rugby. Surprisingly,
So did Justin.
Justin also tore his ACL.
That was like
playing
a
rugby.
year ago, right now, right?
Literally a year ago.
But Donnie did the responsible thing and got surgery.
And I didn't.
So he's laid up right now. So we're doing this blind. We're doing this show blind, as you could
Yeah.
probably tell already.
We apologize in advance.
So I quit vaping.
What?
3 days, no vape.
That actually makes me jealous.
Why?
Because vaping is gay.
Let me hit that real quick.
Vaping is crazy gay, guys. Like, it's really bad for you, number one. I started vaping thinking that it was better than cigarettes going back, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And my addiction to nicotine has 10x'd.
Yeah.
10x. You were a heavy smoker.
I smoked probably
You were a
pack
heavy
day.
smoker while vaping.
No.
Yes, absolutely yes.
No, there was
I
maybe
couldn't stand
some
those people
overlap.
that would just, they were smokers, but indoors they were vapors, and that was you.
Yeah, but I eventually let go of the cigarettes. I've always been addicted to nicotine. I mean, since high school, I started dipping
Mm-hmm.
and playing sports. And then in prison, I started smoking cigarettes, obviously. Smoking rollies,
Yeah.
smoking kites. And then,
Lucy's.
yeah,
What else is there to do?
there's not drink coffee, work out, and smoke cigarettes. Roll your own cigarettes.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm with you because I never, fun fact about me, I never smoke cigarettes and I vape.
Did you ever smoke a cigarette?
I've obviously hit a cigarette a couple times when I was
You
younger.
hit it.
I hit it.
Took a hit, took a drag?
Yeah, no good though. It was never my thing. But I started dipping probably like 6, 7 years ago. And last year I stopped dipping. And when I stopped dipping, that's when I started vaping because I needed something.
Would you say you're more or less addicted to nicotine now that you vape?
Oh, that's a tough call.
Wait, how much were you
A tin a
dipping?
day.
A tin a day.
Nonstop.
Nonstop.
Really?
Yeah, John
Nonstop.
used to get mad at me in the gym. I would have a spitter. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. It was gross.
It is gross.
It's just it's disgusting.
I liked it to chew.
I loved it, bro.
I like it.
That
but
morning
it is,
one.
There's nothing more disgusting than a spitter.
Nothing.
Nothing. You spill one of those, you might as well just kill yourself.
Yeah. We take a swig of it by mistake. You ever do that in the
Yeah,
middle of the
happened
night?
When I used to, when I used
One
to
time.
drink.
Oh, man, it was so bad.
Drinking, it kind of goes hand in hand with drinking because
So
you got like a
bad.
beer can or a beer bottle.
Oh, middle of the
that
night.
you're spitting in, and then and
Middle
then
of the
half
night
the
by
time you're so
mistake.
drunk you don't even notice.
Yeah. So
Congrats. That's awesome. 3 days. Let's keep this
3
fucking
days.
train
So let's
rolling.
get the whole story.
sure.
Go.
About me quitting?
Yeah. What made you
Twitter made me quit. I follow a group of RWBBs, and I am sick of them.
RWBD? I know what it stands for.
BBs,
BB. Okay.
right wing bodybuilders.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't agree with them, but I follow them. And every other day I see something about why are you as a man vaping, and then like show a picture of like one of those what are they called, fun bars,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they're called. What are they called? Elf bars. And I have like 60
One
of
of
them
these guys?
scattered around my living room.
Yeah.
But do you think that they're talking about vaping, or are they talking about the addiction to nicotine?
No, they're not talking about the addiction to nicotine, because nicotine, and I'm going to do a video on this. Nicotine, like anything else, it's a neurotropic. It's like any other drug. It's a neurotropic. It has a stimulant effect. It's in everything from eggplants to tobacco leaves. Right? And I have become under the opinion that tobacco in and of itself, organic tobacco, like the Native Americans used to do ceremonial tobacco, they weren't dying of lung cancer. They were using it for a specific purpose because it's a psychoactive drug. right? You get a reaction from it. Now, I think what the issue is with lung cancer, and I'm not a doctor, dude, so feel free to.
Should we scroll that across the bottom, the bottom of the screen?
I think the issue with lung cancer and big tobacco is pesticides, chemicals sprayed on the tobacco, the fiberglass filters, the paper, and also the chain smoking. Tar is probably not good for you. But let's just say you were going to go to the gym and you wanted to take like a little pre-workout and you popped in a Zyn. You know?
Plugging Zen right now.
Or if you had, some studying to do or some work to do and you had a cup of coffee, maybe some glycine, and you popped in a Zyn and you're using nicotine for like the effect, and then you let it go. You didn't go your whole day fiending for your next
Toke.
Yeah, so I think for me, it was trying to find a balance, and I vape so much because I'll vape in a movie theater, I'll vape in my store, I'll vape everywhere in the car. First thing.
But now
in the
you
morning.
just said that you just said when we got here that you're going through a tin of those things a day.
Yeah, because I am so.
You literally have one in your mouth right now.
I do. It's delicious.
He gave me one at the gym the other day. He's like, "Here, you want to get fucked up?" He hands it to me.
Instantly ran in the bathroom.
Instantly, the room started spinning. I had to run to the bathroom.
So the idea for me, I think, is to knock out the habit of vaping, having something in my hand, the oral fixation, which is extremely difficult, by the way, because I was vaping a lot. And to try to decrease my nicotine consumption overall and try to get away from inhaling. That's the thing that these guys are talking about is like, I don't eat seed oils. Like I don't eat vegetable oil. Like I really avoid a lot of toxic foods and stuff. And then here I am like, I'm like, oh, is that cooked in vegetable oil?
But you're vaping.
But I'm vaping it. I'm inhaling it into my lungs. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to try. And it's been 3 days since I hit a vape, and I'm going pretty strong. I am eating Zins like they're like Tic Tacs, but
how about your uptick in like eating in general? Do you have more of an appetite?
No, because I've been crushing modafinil. And I've been basically fasting and eating one for the last couple of days. I've been like eating one meal a day.
He's on that Joe Rogan shit. Literally.
But it shouldn't. It shouldn't affect your appetite if you're just all you're doing is.
He's so sick, dude.
He is. You're just transferring the vehicle for the nicotine.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
I
like
totally.
somebody who quit smoking cold turkey.
Right,
like
no,
they
I'm
used to
not
have
listening.
to.
I'm not claiming that I've undergone some sort of metamorphosis and I've cold turkey dropped nicotine. I have no intention of dropping nicotine from my life. I love cigars.
At this stage of the game,
I love smoking a cigar. I like popping in and in. I
You still fuck with the pipe?
yeah, dude.
I remember I went over your fucking
I'll smoke a
apartment
pipe.
one time. You had a big ass fucking pipe.
Smoking
my
tobaccos out of it. I'm telling you, it's really, if you get good organic tobacco
God. Yeah.
and you use it properly, I mean, there's a reason why
Yeah, it's coming.
tobacco became
Listen,
so
I hear
popular.
you. It's coming to an end for me soon. I promise. I've been telling John too.
Wait till you try this in. You'll be right back on your dip.
Awesome.
It's dip you can swallow.
See, I stopped with the dip because it was killing my like acid reflux, and obviously my gums were killing me. But now I do this, and I go and try to do like one of those high intensity workouts in the back, and I'm
Yeah, I really started to feel it.
gasping.
it
for
affects.
air.
It does it
These
really.
throwaway ones,
Dude,
dude. These throwaway
these
ones
are worse.
are so bad.
Well, the throwaway ones
it's
are
China just
like
poisoning
China.
us.
It's
Sound
like
like
They're putting
Trump.
estrogen
It's
in
not
it.
like Trump. It's
do
China.
you remember the I mean, if you think about like the evolution of vaping,
Battery ones.
you
were
remember
awesome.
those
The big
things that
ones?
we used to run around with,
Building
when we were-
coils.
That was the first time I ever.
dropping it on it, like just getting one hit.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever knew who you were because somebody posted you on their Instagram doing like one of those like bong rips, like
Giant
vape
rippers.
bong rips, and you're like in the car and you
I
immediately
remember that
like dry heaving, and then it became I think like a regular segment on this person's Instagram
because I did not vape then. I
No.
smoked cigarettes. So whenever that crossover,
and you don't realize
how
you're just like
intrusive that is.
yeah, especially it's.
I was coughing like I took like a bong hit.
But I went through that phase too, where I thought like the cloud stuff was cool.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's not.
God,
I don't
dude.
even do it that much.
It's the cringiest thing ever.
It is, but I mean, listen, it's not even in the top 5 of
As
cringy
soon as the
things I've
Nick
ever done.
songs came out, that's when the people got away from those like mods and
Yeah.
you know and whatever. So everybody wish me luck on my journey to be vape free. So far, so good. I don't ever want to buy. I never want to go into another store again for the rest of my life and ask for a peach fizz mango elf bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Butt plug. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, it's
whatever.
definitely Damascus.
You're fucked up.
So
Well,
Israel.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
for
happy
you.
for you, bro. Keep it going.
Yeah, thanks.
One day at a time.
So I really wanted to talk about Israel and Palestine with you guys,
I
but
thought we were talking about Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis.
well, I
With
feel
some
like it's a good
politics?
segue because I feel like Logan Paul and Danis? Logan Paul and Dylan Danis are the Israel and Palestine of boxing. You know, there's no clear winner.
You didn't know who to root for?
I don't know who to root for. My heart's not in it. I mean, the media, Twitter really wanted me to care about that boxing match,
They did.
and they were showing me all sorts of propaganda on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And one is a good jiu-jitsu fighter, good propagandist, not that well funded, kind of funny, good with the Twitter. And the other
Good
is
with the Twitter.
the other is a very wealthy, elite supported, kind of a titan,
In Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. So I feel like there's like a lot of similarities between the two, and Twitter was doing its best job to get me to care about it, and I was consuming the content, and the fight was terrible. Logan Paul beat the shit out of him, and it was kind of embarrassing. What are your key takeaways there? Are we talking about Israel and Palestine, or are we talking about Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis?
I think John's going to take the Logan Paul and Dylan.
I mean, if you got something to get off your chest, get it off your chest.
No, I'm just saying. I just think that there's like a lot of similarities between the two. We could get it. Let's talk about the boxing first, and then we'll get into maybe Israel and Palestine. I think that would be fun. We could get canceled early, right after monetization. I have some hot takes on it.
Can't wait to hear those. John, what did you think of the fight last night? Because I personally think it set boxing back
I watched.
50 fucking years.
Well,
For someone that's a fan of boxing, it
are you
was-
really? It's
yeah.
like, because
Yeah.
I mean, and I wouldn't say this, but I've heard enough people describe boxing as a lost sport that I've kind of just, you know how you hear something so many times you just develop that opinion,
Mhm.
because you don't have another one.
Yeah.
So like I've heard so many people, refer to boxing as a lost sport that I've kind of developed that opinion. But I mean, it's obviously not true with the amount of money that the pay-per-view events bring in.
I think that has more to do with the names involved and the they've done such a good job with the media hype. Like I'm not a huge fan of boxing. I will watch boxing if I am invested in either, if I like one of the boxers or something.
Right.
So Justin, you would consider yourself a boxing fan.
I've always been a boxing
Have you
fan, yeah.
ever watched a boxing fight that you have enjoyed as much as a 5-minute Tyson highlight reel?
I mean, Tyson was you're talking about the cream
Is
of
he
the
the
crop.
GOAT? I mean, I
He's
don't
the cream
know.
of the crop, dude. I mean,
I don't know.
You'd have to go back before Tyson, and that was obviously before my time. Boxing's a sport, you know what I'm saying? Just like I'm not going to sit here and badmouth MMA because it's not. And that's a huge reason why boxing has lost a lot of its luster, because MMA, as much as I don't like it, I don't follow. It's not that I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
It's not that I don't like it. I wouldn't say that, because whenever I do watch a MMA bout, especially with somebody that I like Nate Diaz or something like that, or a Conor McGregor fight, like they're entertaining. They are, but that dude Dana, has literally made boxing disappear because of how much he's built his brand in MMA. But I'm always going to revert back to boxing because that's what I grew up on. I just remember growing up as a kid ordering pay-per-view fights to see Mike Tyson.
See, I don't.
Vander Holyfield, the fucking ear biting, Lennox Lewis.
How
Andrew
old were
Glock.
you? I feel like I don't even think I was 10 years old.
Yeah,
Was your father?
My
family was
my
watching
dad
it?
was a big
See, my father is like
Right.
golf, baseball, football.
right. So that's all, and just to see how far it's fallen, to watch these two fucking idiots in a fucking ring yesterday. I didn't watch it, so I was on because John told me we were going to talk about this. So me doing my homework this morning, I watched a little bit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like me and you in a boxing match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Logan is a pretty good boxer.
He is. I'll give it to him because he trains with some fucking stunners. He really does.
Yeah. I thought that the hype leading up to it was a lot more fun than the actual fight.
Which I think it always is.
That's always the case with boxing, no?
Yeah. Well,
That's true.
I don't know. I'm not a huge boxing fan. There is some fights that I will want to watch, but I like MMA more. But even that, like people talk about MMA like fighters' names and like I know like the big names. I don't care. I want to see you guys beat the shit out of each other. I don't want to know about your fucking personal lives.
Yeah.
And that's again, I think that's probably why I like MMA a lot better than boxing is because for a long time, I would say until, in my opinion, until Conor McGregor, like the promotion wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It was just about the fighting.
It's 15 minutes of just two men who are absolute killers, trained killers, getting in the ring, and it ended. It ended, and there were obviously some of them were there for business. Some of them there was like some type of emotion involved in the fight, just like any sport. Football, baseball, there's obviously rivalries, but it's just, and that's why, and I get like crucified for it all the time. That's why I hate Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
because I feel like he cheapens the sport.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I like Conor.
I mean, he's entertaining.
He's a good fighter,
and I think part of the reason why I hate
he was a good fighter. I don't know if he's in it. Is he a good fighter
he's
anymore?
Conor McGregor hasn't won a
legitimate
notable fight
in a long time.
7-8 years.
Right.
Well, he's fighting for money. If he comes back, it's about money. I don't know how much has
His
to
press conferences are pretty fucking funny, though.
They're funny, but it's, I mean, you have, and again, that's probably, I mean, Dylan Danis won't get a fair shake with me because I hate Conor McGregor. He's Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach.
Well, Dylan Danis doesn't deserve a fair shake. I mean, the stuff that he did with Logan Paul's girlfriend was hilarious and crazy, and I couldn't stop watching that shit. I've been wanting to talk about it for weeks. But that shit was absolutely bonkers. The memes that came out of it, Dylan talked such a big game, and the whole thing was super embarrassing. He got the shit kicked out of him. I think he landed maybe one good punch. It was just, it was boring. The whole thing was boring. The KSI thing was boring.
Did you watch it, John?
I did. I watched highlights. I mean, I think I probably saw the whole fight of Logan Paul. I didn't see anything of the KSI. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Like, what is that?
KSI
it's just a new thing now. It's like these I guess it's like anybody. It's like you do something for long enough, YouTube, or you're a content creator, and then trends go. Like, I mean, dude, Sam Hyde has been like fighting
celebrity boxing. Yeah,
it's like I don't know, you jump on a bandwagon, and then you they probably fall in love with it.
Yeah. KSI is,
you start to fight a little bit, you start to train.
So what did he originally start?
KSI? YouTube. He's a content creator.
KSI is Logan Paul's business partner.
Gotcha.
Well, with
in
Prime, but
yeah.
I think KSI started off as a content creator.
I don't know anything about him other than his relationship with Logan Paul.
It's like basically us.
Yeah, it's like if we were to decide to start fighting,
right?
I'm sure one of us would really like it and want to,
John
I think
likes that
I think that's what ended up happening is that they're making a ton of fucking money. It's super great for their branding and everything, and B, they probably really enjoy it. I mean, they're young, they're pretty athletic. Both guys, I mean, KSI look good.
Logan Paul's shredded.
But he's also looks like a decent boxer. He knows what he looks like.
He knows what he's doing.
I don't know how he would do.
Both of them, I think. But I mean, as much as I'd hate to say it, I would say that they're obviously both kind of putting themselves on both of them. I mean, the brothers, Jake and Logan. But I mean, I kind of like what they're doing in that, like, and again, it's just another theory, but they claim to be throwing it in the face with Dana White, and like, they're not all the money that UFC brings in, that they're not taking care of their fighters.
Yeah.
Any washed up MMA fighter, including a big name like Nate Diaz, one of the most popular UFC fighters of all time, his fight where he got like the dog shit beaten out of him by Jake Paul, I guarantee you he made at least 5 times more in that fight than he has in any then
Even
he
in
probably
the-
fought fighting Conor McGregor.
Even in the Conor McGregor
I
fight.
would probably. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
have the facts in front of me.
I
So he
appreciate.
fought-
I
I'm
appreciate that whole point of view, but like Dana White built a thing, and he paid people what he paid, and they signed contracts.
Yeah.
They're grown ass men.
Right.
You know, you could cry all you want that they're not getting paid enough.
I'm
Like
sure they're getting paid pretty good though.
it's like it's like when people like can't like build your own credit card processor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Build, it's like, all right, well then go
do it.
and that's what I guess Logan Paul's doing in a way. You know.
So Nate Diaz fought Jake Paul, not Logan Paul,
Jake Paul.
and Logan Paul's the better one. No.
Yeah, Logan
Okay.
Paul's a better one.
And
Logan
Nate-
Paul, yeah, and Logan Paul, I think, has had more experience fighting professional boxers. Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, I remember that.
I
Will
think,
these brothers
I
ever
think
fight
they'll-
each other?
That's what I think they'll end up doing, because I saw something recently where they were kind of like talking shit to each other on their podcast.
Right.
So I feel like when they want a real good
cash out.
want a real good payday,
Yeah.
they would hype that up. But
I always wish the Diaz brothers would do that.
I don't. I try to care about it, but I consume more content about the fight than I do the actual fight.
Yeah, the Twitter meme. I mean, Twitter beforehand was awesome.
Yeah,
and then even after them talking shit to each other.
some of it I
afterwards.
think is totally staged, but I think the stuff about
Of course,
the real hatred that they had towards each other, I think that was real.
He's
Yeah.
so hateable.
They're both hateable.
And well, yeah, but I mean, again, I have,
Dylan
with
is
some of my-
a tool. He is a absolute.
some of the people I follow, I think I have a little bit more skin in the game when it comes to hatred for Dylan Danis, because my entire, and I was saying this to Justin before, my favorite part of the entire Logan Paul Dylan Danis fight was at the end when 50 to 100 security guards are just, it was like a riot inside the ring, and 8 inches taller than anybody else in the ring was Gordon Ryan, just walking around like he owned the place.
Yeah,
that dude is literally like your size.
I got a
Probably bigger.
hot take on Gordon Ryan.
Do you?
He's a
You're not a
fag.
fan, right?
Why though?
He sucks.
But that's not what you were saying
He
a couple
sucks.
weeks ago. So let's
not
just
true.
air it out. Let's hear.
I've been
because
saying
you
that.
have friends who are friends with him. So I want to see him come down to the podcast.
Gordon would obviously beat my ass. I'm not even gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like,
You get a shot in.
I wouldn't. Even, I'd be like, I mean,
Well,
I'll
what's your
fight if you want to fight me.
What's your
Right.
problem with him?
I just don't like him. I listen to what he says. The way
Well,
he,
you liked him a couple weeks ago. You were like, "This guy's cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
when did I say that?
We had conversations about him weeks ago. We were
On the
like, he was
podcast?
really funny. No, like personal conversations.
Oh, okay.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
barely
you
know-
liked him. I think
barely
just
know who the
because of
guy
the way
is.
he was.
I'll tell you what. Recently, when he came out on Logan Paul's side, right, against Dylan Danis, and Dylan Danis says, he's like, "You're from New Jersey, and you're just following the money, just clout chasing, like rubbing shoulders with Logan." Like, no, who likes Logan Paul? Like, really, nobody really likes Gordon Ryan that much either. He's kind of. Have you ever listened to the guy talk?
Yes.
He's fucking boring.
Where so
He
what's
says
his
dumb
origin?
shit.
But I don't-
Where's he from? Like what's his
Sure.
deal? I know.
East
but what's his
Brunswick or New
deal?
Brunswick.
What's his deal though? He's a fight.
He's the best jujitsu.
He's
He's
literally like
the by
competitor
far
ever.
he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He's in no gi jiu-jitsu.
He's got stomach
So
problems.
he's not an MMA guy.
He's got stomach
He's been
problems from
talking about-
steroids.
So he's
He-
not an MMA guy. He's one of these guys that
He's
fights
been talking
jujitsu.
about transitioning into MMA, but I mean
Won't happen.
he's been doing. He got his black belt in like an unprecedented, amount of time.
Right.
He's ridiculous. He's a hard worker. He's strong.
But you
He
have
looks
to.
like a fucking
He's one of
animal.
those people that was just like, okay, I'm gonna quit my job. This is gonna be my life, and I'm sure he suffered for a very long time.
But now he's cashing out.
But now he is, and he's I don't know what came first, if it's the personality or the ability, but he is not shy about his, he when he comes out to some of his big matches, he walks up to the commentators and he hands them an envelope, and in the envelope is written on a piece of paper how he's going to finish the fight,
He Babe Ruth's the shit.
oh yeah, he
like
calls a shot.
regularly,
Yeah.
and like regularly.
Are
hits
these
it.
things
I
big?
take it back. I don't hate him. I think I don't like I don't like flashy. I'm not a big fan of the.
Are Brazilian jiu-jitsu matches like popular? Like it's not popular. as
Among
MMA,
Jiu-Jitsu's
right?
become
Jiu-Jitsu
much more
people.
popular.
They're so
Amongst-
boring. Have you ever
right?
It's like 40 minutes long,
I
dude.
just remember watching Alan and John rolling in the basement. I was like, this
This
is
is like punch each
stupid,
other.
right? I'm like, they're just humping each
doing?
other.
Competitive jiu-jitsu, especially at Gordon's level, it's a chess match, and unless you're into that particular thing,
It's boring.
it's so boring. It's like, remember the old MMA, like before Pride, what was it called?
Bellator.
Before all, like the original. Remember, like when
When it was like style versus style, like
Gracie would, like, everybody loved Gracie, but everybody knew the fights were gonna be fucking boring as shit because he'd just pull guard,
yeah.
you know, and then try to go for a submission and wear him out.
I think you have to enjoy the sport to not, because you have the two guys, like you have the guys that are like, you have guys like me who can't wait for the fight. I can't wait for a Khabib fight to go to the ground. I can't wait for a Nate Diaz fight to go to the ground.
Yeah, and then you have.
But then you have the guys on the other side of the scale who are just like, I don't get it. I would just stand up.
Yeah, stand up and
I would
punch
just
each
stand
other.
up if Gordon Ryan was riding me like a
Yeah,
like a fucking like a
which is probably
2,000
impossible.
pound truck. I would just stand up.
Yeah,
Yeah, the guy trains so that you can't stand up.
Yeah.
Like, it's I don't know. I know. I don't know. I did jiu-jitsu for a little bit, and I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I didn't fall in love.
trying to run. You were running around the gym and you tried to run out the door.
I used to like doing warm-ups, dude, and then I would do warm-ups, and I would just be like doing laps, and I would just daydream about just running out. of
You
the
have to
place.
enjoy the sport.
And then, but I was, I've talked about it before.
Yeah,
but
we
I was
have.
big, so they put me with like the big guys,
Yeah, that's
fun.
tough.
And it's just big. The one guy that would come, he would skip the warm ups. So I resented him. He's a big fat guy. Like, come to the warm ups, dude. You could burn some calories. And he's big guy, like probably 3-something. And this is when I was, at the end of my bodybuilding. So I was like probably 260, 270. And he would come in, he would skip warm ups, and then they'd pair us up and pair him up with me, and he would just lay on me.
just roll
And
around.
I'd be like,
on
what
you.
am I doing? Am I
This is
paying
fun.
$125 a month for this service?
For this service.
He's like greased up, like he's got fucking bacon.
I don't
grease.
know. Like I said, I know you make fun of me and say it's because I get to lay down and sit down, but there's something about it that I enjoy.
I think you enjoy it, and this is not a knock on you. I don't want you to take it personal. I think you enjoy it because you are getting some physical activity. You're getting out of the house. You're doing something tough, but also there is an element of jiu-jitsu where you can go as hard as you want. Like if you want a hard day in jiu-jitsu, you could. But you could, if you want a soft day.
So are you? Is that the implication that I like soft days?
Well, I'm just saying.
More than-
I think you like the option.
Yeah, I mean the option is nice.
Yeah, you don't really like for like rugby practice or something. You don't have that. It's like if you're going soft day, somebody's gonna hard day you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's absolutely. I mean, I was talking about this with one of my buddies who trains jiu-jitsu every day, and he was just saying like it's you like, all right, we're gonna go light today, and there's always the guy that it's the main event of the night of the UFC 100.
We have a kid on our
Vegas.
rugby team that I would call 120%.
Yeah.
Because he just didn't have any other gear.
And it's just like really like it's the tryhards.
Yeah. It's Tuesday at 8:00, dude.
Right, it's
Yeah,
practice.
I got to go to work tomorrow.
We're on a high school football field.
Everybody in here has to go to work.
You
tomorrow.
tore my bicep with your head.
It's a class. Like it's a class.
Yeah, it's
It's a class.
Yeah, we're
It's
doing
like a Peloton
spin.
class.
We're doing spin.
right. Like it's a class.
Let's chill out.
I think in any sport, though, I mean, you have those people that are just on another level, whether it be your,
That's true.
whether
LeBron James.
your,
I don't know anything about basketball.
well, I would say Michael Jordan, your Tom Brady's, like just, they may not play for your quote unquote team, but you still enjoy watching them. They're just that good.
Yeah.
And they're always, they're going to pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of how I feel watching Gordon Ryan. It's just fun. When you are that you can walk out of the locker room with an envelope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No idea who's on.
That's pretty
You're walking. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's super impressive.
When you can execute your trade with such precision. I don't know. Say whatever the fuck you want to whoever you want. That's
pretty
my
cool.
take.
I guess. But, I mean, just to recap on the whole thing, I didn't...
Did you see that though? At the end when he was just walking around, his bleached beard.
Yeah, that's a part of the reason why I don't love him is the bleaching
The beard?
I just don't get it, dude. Like, and then I'll like see it and I'll be like, I wonder if I look cool like that. And I'm like, stop, this is gay. You know,
You might.
I don't like to imagine me, dude. You know how hard it is for me to just like do like a facial scrub at night. Like I would have to go somewhere and bleach my beard.
But do you remember?
And then maintain it.
Remember, you used to do that.
Bro, I don't like cutting my nails.
We
too
went
much,
through a phase
you know?
where you had like this insane, like crazy beard,
I loved
did.
it.
and it was very kept.
I
Well,
loved
you
it.
have to when it's good, when it's big like that.
I thought you looked great with it.
No, you look older. It's
No way.
annoying.
I-
Trust me, girls don't like beards.
That's not
They
true.
like pictures of guys with beards.
That's not true.
They do not. It's like
When I shave my face, I have a fat face.
it's
and so do you.
I'm not saying
Damn.
some facial hair.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't take it all the way down.
I'm
'cause then we
saying-
look stupid.
I don't know how to make the comparison, but girls will say that they like beards, and they'll see a picture of like the Sons of Anarchy guy, and they're like, yeah. But then
Then they get closer,
then
and it
they're
smells like
picking beard
smells
hair
like
out of
potato
their
chips.
mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I
And you're
mean?
like,
It's-
you gave me a rash.
You're tickling me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. So no, you need to. No,
I thought listen, I'm just saying, not like it matter. You don't care what I think. I thought you looked great with the big fucking burly. beard.
Thanks. I was hoping.
Yeah.
I care less about what you think and more about having to put beard oil in.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
That's
imagine
true.
that.
Conditioner, all that good stuff.
God.
Flakes.
So you're mad at Gordon Ryan for his beard. What else is the recap?
I much prefer a guy. I have much more respect for a guy like a fighter who doesn't talk, who is bad at banter, who just goes in there and
Does his job.
like Khabib. Like he would talk shit, but I mean that guy was like, he wasn't playing games. You know, he looked like at any moment he would easily pick up some sort of assault rifle and just murder everyone in the room and not blink an eye. Like
He's the best.
You want someone
No.
to be act like they've been there before. You know,
yeah, and like I like
the Barry
people, I like
Sanders.
people to win with pride and dignity. I like people to lose with pride and dignity, and neither one of them did any of that. And
That's
they're-
not what it is about today. It's about
it's
know,
about showboat.
that's
and
it, man. How many clicks can I get?
How many?
So,
Yeah, impressions and getting people to talk, which is cool. I mean,
yeah,
maybe
because
we
it's
should
fun
start-
for us. Because Twitter's,
We could start some beefs.
we've been trying.
Have we?
No, not really.
Well, we
been-
could start
we've
some
been
beefs
bad-
right now. We could get into the Israel-Palestine thing. I think it's worthy of a mention.
Okay.
You want me to kick it off?
I mean, I guess, sure. The only thing I'll say is, before you get going, is that it's super sad on both sides. It is. When innocent lives are dying for no reason, it's literally no reason. War is war. I get it. But I feel like it should be like old school, like Civil War back in the day when one side was on that side, other side was on that side. Charge, go to war, military, let's kill each other, awesome. But like when there's innocent lives dying on both sides, who likes that shit?
Yeah.
Like that's not cool.
I'm going to piggyback on Justin for my take, and I'm just going to say yes to all that. And then you have the people like that are just literally, grandstanding on these bodies just to claim some type of morality, and whether it's almost like if you. It's like you gotta post it. I gotta post it just to, it's I don't know.
Let everybody know.
The grandstanding and the opinions and the who has the higher moral ground. And I'm not talking about even the people involved in the conflict. I'm talking about the people on the other side of the world that that are posting about it.
Yeah, Jessica with an OnlyFans, who's English Irish,
That was a great meme.
born and raised in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
I mean,
Has an Israeli flag in her bio now.
yeah.
If you're naked on the internet.
Is that your take? Did you want to say your take? Because I feel like you had a take that you wanted to.
Well, that's
You didn't express it well.
You can't. You finished it. It's
I want
just-
you to summarize.
It's just
You don't want to say it.
I'm just so sick and tired of opinions being crammed down everyone's throat. Like these people who are it would be such a crime if a single thought that flowed through your brain didn't make it to social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be the end of the world. And it's just
Their 2 cents has to be put in.
Today it's this, tomorrow it'll be something else. Yesterday it was something before that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm big on self-awareness.
So just to summarize, right, I'm going to say it for you. If you've shown your butthole for money on the internet,
We don't care what your stance is on Israel-Palestine.
is that fair? Is that a fair assessment?
I think it's a fair assessment, and I would say it just goes even beyond that.
Beyond that,
You know.
But like, I mean, but
If you're an
them first.
If you're an IBF pro,
Yeah, I
don't
mean, I
care
just
what your stance
if you're an IBBF,
because it's you have people that are like, I mean, it's
tell me what you think about it. If you're not Israeli or Palestine, those are the people I will.
That's
hear
who I
from.
want to hear from.
Yeah, but if you're fucking Joe Blow,
From fucking
who's
Padawan.
8% body fat,
Right.
who had 60 grams of carbs today,
Right, and you work at Starbucks. I don't
Your
care.
entire family is Italian.
Right.
You've never even been to Europe. You couldn't point to the
You couldn't
Gaza
tell me
Strip.
where Palestine is.
You
or-
can't spell it, dude.
Like, I don't care what you think.
So that's a hot take. I like that take. That's going around on the internet. Is that people with who have big opinions on it don't probably. But my whole thing is this. I subscribe, generally speaking, to a particular philosophy, right? A political philosophy, and I won't get into, but essentially, there's a big argument going on the internet, and it's like guys like me who are like, people would say LARPing, but we got like accelerationists, like might makes right, fucking, war is sort of a necessary evil for men. The days of conquest is over, for young men, it's causing a lot of issues, is because we're kind of bred for these kinds of things, for eternal conflict that's been going on since the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of these people would say, well, if you're like that, how come you're not excited about this? Like, why weren't you, like, what's more Bronze Age than a bunch of, Palestinians with their Mario go-karts flying into Israel and killing people and like all this stuff. And then on the other side, it's like, well, then why aren't you for Israel going in there and just laying them all to waste if might makes right? And I would say to those people, and I said to John, I was talking to him about it yesterday, is that for me personally, I don't like it because it's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it because I don't have anything invested in a 3,000-year-old blood feud in the desert. There's no part of me
Mm-hmm.
that is moved particularly in one way or the other. I never want to see children killed.
No.
I hate when non-combatants are killed. It's a reality of war. But whenever you show me those images, of course, I have sympathy for both sides that have to suffer that kind of stuff.
Right.
War should be fought, like you were saying, between people with weapons,
Mm-hmm.
combatants, but that's not the reality of things. I have no dog in the fight. People want, if you say, I saw Jon Stewart did 8 years ago a bit where he was started to bring up Israel, and then a bunch of people started screaming at him
Jump at him, be like,
about
"Cancel it."
Palestine.
Yeah.
Cancel. And then he said something about Palestine, and he has a bunch of people from Israel saying, and like the truth is that I have no vested interest in either one of them. Like and the further you try to push me towards whatever team is, like, I don't what do you want me to say? I don't care.
It's just sad. It's just sad, dude.
It's
it really
sad,
is.
but it's like it's. I mean, bro, it's the fucking Middle East.
Yeah,
This is what we do.
that's
right?
what happens. Yeah,
Isn't this the situation?
been happening for, like you said, since the beginning of time.
Another hot take I have, and I was thinking about this on the way here. Right, so 50 years ago, even 30, 20 years ago, is that the main source of media for us was newspaper and the few channels on television.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that propaganda, state propaganda, corporate propaganda was all filtered through these channels, right? What later on with the advent of the internet is we kind of found out that a lot of these things that we were told and said aren't true, is that we realized that these sources of media are often used as propaganda.
Yes.
Right. So these institutions sort of lost their power to people with cell phones and access to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what I think is really interesting about the Palestine-Israel thing is that I feel like, so the people in power aren't going to go, oh, well, we've lost our propaganda tools. What they're going to do is they're going to adapt. And what I've noticed is, especially with the Palestinian-Israeli thing, is that everything being dumped on the internet, being shared by somebody, shared something like Ben Shapiro shared an AI-altered image. And then people from Palestine are faking stuff. And then there's this massive dump of obviously fake information.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's just to muddy the waters. The new propaganda is to get people is nobody to know anything.
Yes.
Because I don't believe anything I see anymore. Like I take everything with a huge grain of salt. You got the massive media corporations saying one thing, and they're gonna walk a line about what they can. Oh, men and women shouldn't be killed. Turn the water back on. But Israel is it's like they say both things out of the side of their neck. And then everything on Twitter now is like total misinformation.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck to believe.
You don't know what to believe.
They're like, oh, there's all these dead babies, and then there's like, is there any proof? And then people are saying that this is made up, and then
it's a fake picture.
This is a fake picture being shared by
blood.
huge accounts.
Huge accounts.
Fake blood.
Yep.
And I'm like, everybody over there's got a fucking GoPro. Like, we should be able to live stream this shit
and see what's really going on.
Why am I seeing the same 10 or 15 images?
Like you said, though, it's been going on forever. That's why we went to war right after 9/11, after we wiped the floor clean in the beginning, and then dumbass George Bush was just like, oh, we got to go back in Iraq and finish what my dad started because of WMDs. Where were they?
No, everything was fake.
Where was that?
Yeah, well, we used it was like it's the old saying, never let a good tragedy go to waste, right?
Yeah.
So the geopolitical powers and all that shit, they're going to use things like this to just further their own causes. And before you know it, we're going to be at war with Iran.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh, God, please. I do not want to die in the desert, dude. I'm out of here. I'm not doing it.
To Canada.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
I don't
dying.
think anybody's calling you.
Imagine being like from the tri-state area. My mother's Italian, my father's Irish, and I'm dying in the desert over some Jewish or Muslim blood feud. No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Let me know when the Scandinavians are involved. Like, what the fuck do you want me? You guys are fucking nuts.
But that's where it's leading, man. That's what they're trying to promote, is just a quote unquote World War III.
I think they should just give it to I think the Vatican should just move there and mediate.
Talk about another fucking corrupt ass fucking shit.
Oh yeah, let's have a pope that's actually Catholic.
He is.
Let's get a Catholic pope.
He's the worst.
And move it to the Vatican.
Sorry, Mom.
And then have.
Sorry, Joan.
Sorry, Joan, but he sucks.
I feel like that's a pretty good idea. I don't know if the Israelis or the Palestinians would like that too much, but like the old school Crusaders.
They would hate that.
Get the white armor, the Red Cross.
Yeah.
Go out there.
Do what you do.
Do it and just say, listen, you get over here, you guys over here.
And get to business.
We'll run it from the middle. Right? Everybody's happy. You guys got that, we got this. We'll call it the new Constantinople.
I like that. But it'll never happen.
Yeah, wow.
So
never say never.
It's awful. Twitter's been a fucking riot, dude. Thank God this guy gave me back Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's been a
shout out Elon.
Between Logan Paul and the Israel-Palestine thing, I'm locked in.
Wild ride.
I know why Elon bought that shit, because I am locked in. Every day I'm like this.
First thing I check in the morning.
Oh my God.
Right to the For You page. What's going on?
What's happening? What's trending? Holy shit, did you see those dead babies?
Yeah, right. Oh, actually, never mind, Ben. They were not.
Oh, did you see that AI-generated dead baby? Did you see the original picture? It was like a puppy.
It was so bad.
And
I'm not saying that it's not real or it's not happening, but that was clearly fake.
Well, I gotta get on X because I don't. I got a
John,
new phone. I don't remember my password.
I don't
even remember the email address I use. I can't get in.
Get a new one.
I gotta
start
have you
fresh.
guys
start a fresh one, dude, and just
You'll have
follow
2
who
followers.
we follow her. I don't have any followers. I literally have like 6, and I'm just there, bro. Just
commenting. I see his comments.
Yeah,
he's always commenting on some sports shit.
Yeah, I do comment on sports shit.
He loves the sports.
I don't even understand what he's saying. Like, I'll read his comment, and I'm like, what is he even talking?
I don't think he understands what you're talking about.
Hit it with a like, though.
Give him a like.
I always give you a like.
Yeah, I do too. I hit you with the heart all the time.
So is that your hot take too? You're gonna go with him that killing babies is bad. Who are you rooting for?
Just
you have a dog in the fight.
want everybody to have fun.
Yeah, John just wants everybody to have peace and eating donuts.
No, it's
That's the best meme ever.
I think that
I don't care who wins.
my take is milquetoast, and I'm sorry because
is it really though?
I'm not touching this stuff. It's somebody's gonna hate you regardless. It's another hotbed issue, and there'll be another one I'm sure before the end of the year. That regardless of my opinion, somebody I care about is not gonna like me.
Yeah.
All right. So
regardless, I mean, how many?
I mean, truthfully, honestly, when you think about it, do you care at all? I mean, aside from the obvious, remove women and children being harmed or non-combatants being harmed. Take that out of the equation.
Are you talking about from like a humanitarian
If somebody
spot?
said, said to you, just like he's saying, you got Israel over here with 100 troops that represent all of Israel, and you got Palestine over here with 100 troops that represent all of Palestine. They're going to fight, and winner takes all. Who are you rooting for?
I don't know enough about foreign relations to make an educated comment.
That's fair. That's fair. That's like if you ask me.
But that's my point.
You
that's
ask
my
me
take.
if like
is that
two football teams are playing.
you don't know.
I don't know. What's the spread?
Yeah, literally.
What's the spread?
Who's the spread? Israel's definitely minus a touchdown. They're the favorites.
They're getting some points.
Yeah, they're the favorites.
But you're saying that's my take, and that's just a cruder way of saying what I said before. Is that I certainly don't. So I keep despite I just feel like conversations like that, and I learned this the hard way, but conversations like that are meant for people that they're just they're just not meant for public forums. What's
that's what happened with social media, though.
The old barbershop rule is like you don't talk religion or
no
politics.
Religion or politics. Like growing up, we never talked religion or
Yeah,
politics.
I agree with that to a certain extent.
We've gotten to a point in society where it's
where IBBF pro so and so has a political opinion.
It's just
and you're gonna listen to it.
And your spot, your whatever stance you take on whatever the hot button issue is at the moment.
People who shot heroin for fucking 10 years.
It will dictate how X person or Y person that's in your life that you care about, how they feel about you. It's insane.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand. I was talking about this today. It was like about political opinions and stuff like that being taken so like personal, like somebody being like genuinely mad at me because I don't care. I don't care. Or genuinely mad at me because I vote like right.
But somebody, regardless
Why
of
do you care? What do you care?
Regardless of your take, you're not even safe being ambivalent. Regardless of
you can't
being passionate, ambivalent, right, left, you are upsetting somebody, you are harming somebody.
Well, I don't like a fence sitter. I mean, I would rather talk to a communist than a fence sitter.
Yeah, but guess what though?
Side,
that's what they want. They want,
division.
They want division.
Yeah,
it's more control.
Yeah,
It's like the old theory. Just the more you divide, the more they can control us.
I see people still every day, and again, regardless, just opinions in general, just vomiting out into and it's just I look back at the way I used to behave, or I get like a Facebook memory of the way I used, and I'm like
mortified.
Mortified. That's an excellent word. I am mortified by the way that I behaved, and that some of some of these people that I used to bicker about this dumb shit with on Facebook
are still going at it.
8 years ago are still fucking doing it every day. And I'm like, bro, I know you have a wife and children.
It's okay.
What are you doing?
Nothing's going to change. You're not going to convince them.
Have you convinced anybody
That's
yet
the
in
thing.
the last 8 years since we spoke?
You're never going to convince anyone.
Any minds?
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And it's all black-pilled, bro. This is all bullshit. That's what
I agree. I think that's the hot take. Is that
it's all bullshit. This is what they want. You don't see anybody talking about COVID anymore, or Ukraine, or the fall of the economy, or anything. It's all now Israel and Palestine.
Well, I think it's impressions too. Is the media companies and Twitter for advertising and revenue is that they need to just be on for propaganda aside. The clicks and views is what's generating.
It's a business.
Money. It's a business, yeah. And people, shit. You're scrolling your news feed and you see something about dead babies. Well, I better look at that.
I'm gonna click that in a second.
Click that article.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that documentary on, I think it's Netflix, about like the social media and the clicks and the views?
Yeah,
and,
and
they were talking they were talking about like that
it's a social experiment.
Like they were saying how that these news sources are businesses. Don't ever forget that they are businesses, and they are in it to make a profit, and you are the product that they are selling to these advertisers. And like,
All
if you
owned
can't
by
figure
BlackRock.
out, if you can't figure out,
Vanguard. Yeah, well, Vanguard and
Yeah, all of
BlackRock,
it,
they're all
if
they
you
run the
can't
world.
figure out what the product being sold is in like 5 seconds, you're the product being sold.
Yeah. Just like if you can't spot the sucker at the table,
So
well,
if
you're the sucker. You are the sucker.
so, please consider buying a membership for our show, so you can hear some more hot takes
right,
about how everybody's wants your money,
right, including us.
Please send your money. If you're gonna send your money anywhere,
Right? Why not send it to us instead of
You know,
fucking stupid BlackRock?
look how far we've come. Anybody's been watching our podcast for the last year, you have to see how much work we've put into this high quality
It's unreal.
entertainment.
I mean,
Just 3 guys
Send.
talking about Israel. We never really touched on like Ukraine, but we dove right into the Israel-Palestine conflict.
I know even less about that.
what, Ukraine?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I know a good amount about it. Nobody
It's-
would want to hear my fucking take.
I saw a funny meme about, and it was the guy from Ukraine
the president.
saying, like, is this a bad time
to ask for more funds.
money? And I don't even know anything about it, but it was, I don't
Give
know,
you a
it was
chuckle.
funny, yeah.
I ran out of Zyn. I feel like hitting a vape right now.
No, don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Don't
Get
do
it away
it.
from me.
Don't
I'll
do
have
it.
to go buy a tin when I get out of here. So anything else, guys? How's business?
Business is booming.
Business
Scott.
is great. We got some new Halloween shirts. I showed you
I'm excited for those. I
a
think
sample.
that might be. It has potential to be my favorite T-shirt you guys have ever done.
We haven't done a lot.
It upsets me that the music that you guys have been playing in there for the past week that I've been back has been pretty. It doesn't match the vibe of that T-shirt. I'll say that.
I was rocking.
You were excited. There was like some metal going on. In
I
there.
was rocking-
You
I've been-
went to the bathroom and Charlie got a hold of the music and he played like one Lamb of God song and then we were right back to like R.
Travis
Kelly.
Scott. R. Kelly. I love, my favorite is when I come in the middle of the day after working really hard doing office stuff.
Yeah.
I come
Oh,
into the
office stuff.
gym on site and it is 90s R&B.
Yeah, he's playing slow jams.
It's
We're just kidding.
it's Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
He's playing. I'm like, what is
R.
going
Kelly
on?
trapped in the
A
closet.
lot of Usher.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. But it's like
the afternoon crew digs it.
No, they
that's-
don't.
They dig
Everybody's got their AirPods
they dig
in.
it, dude.
You're the
They
only
fuck-
one back there hitting
I
your
am-
vape,
I am
heating up your
vibing.
chicken.
I am
I
vibing,
think this is
bro.
a good transition from what we were talking about previously, is that regardless of what music is on, somebody's going to be upset, and chances are it's going to be Scott.
Right, that's true.
So usually Scott's the angriest person.
I don't have strong feelings about much, but I mean, I'm there. I'm gonna fucking slay a back workout, and I'm listening.
Are you though?
You
Is the
wanna- I'm
question?
I'm listening to fucking
You-
Are
Nelly.
you?
You should have
Got
been there. for the-
TLC waterfalls.
Bro, yo, I am throwing Brandy and Monica on, and they
The
are
Boy Is
murdering
Mine?
it.
It's,
Okay. Last couple mornings, though, I have to say I've been rocking.
You want
like
to talk about
Atreyu
fence sitters?
and your favorite band, probably Breaking Benjamin.
You know, everybody knows a guy who just like listens to music because you're supposed to.
Well, you want to talk about a fence sitter every time Scott complains, and this is my response to anybody that is that moved by what they're listening to complain. What would you like to listen to?
Me personally,
You never answer. You say, I don't care.
because
Anything
I
but
need.
this.
You know what I want? I want something with a physical instruments. Yeah, that's what I want.
That's not true, because I could put on Red Hot Chili Peppers and
no,
you'd shoot
my God,
yourself
not
in
the
the head.
worst fucking.
Oh,
band
I'm not. I
ever.
don't like them either. But you're being dishonest.
All right. Well, I mean something a little
So next time
heavier,
you're
something a little
upset-
Jimmy, like something like Meshuggah or
I
or
put
Kill
Tool on
Switch
for you
or-
a lot.
I put Kill Switch
Yeah, but
on.
Tool is my favorite
That's
band
like our-
in the
that's
world.
like our
But I know
bridge.
that's a terrible.
It's not a good gym vibe.
It's a really a bad gym vibe.
It's not a good gym
Not
vibe.
all of it.
Not all
Old
of it. Some of
Tool
them.
is kick ass, but Tool is like a specific. Tool isn't made for.
It's like a progressive, like long melody. Sometimes
I like
slow.
Deftones radio. and
Deftones is good. What
I
about
like-
D. Antwoord?
D. Antwoord's all right.
Justin
I like-
hates D.
I don't
Antwoord.
like the Antwoord. I can't get with it.
I like
But
a
I've been
little-
playing Kill Switch a lot in the gym.
I even like some EDM, like a fucking.
I know you do. I know when I get some EDM pumping, you're like,
I would even go with like some lo-fi, like chill beats, like anything over
some,
fucking
like bass beats. and, like,
Monica
little-
and Brandy, whatever.
What's
the fuck
what?
that is.
I don't even know what lo-fi mean. Like,
It's just it's like a music genre.
It's like is it like elevator music?
No.
Because that's what I think.
It's like drum and bass kind of, but like a little more chill.
So do you like Justin's electronic beats or do you like Charlie's?
I like Charlie's a little. Charlie's a little harder.
But yeah,
It's a little harder. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I put like the dubstep on.
You
but
don't even like
sometimes gets crazy.
Bass nectar.
Yeah.
You don't even like Beastie Boys.
No, Beastie Boys is terrible.
Is there any rappers that you like, Scott?
No.
That you could listen to in the gym?
He
Like
that's
if
not true.
I put on
I like a little Busta Rhymes.
if I put okay,
He likes Busta Rhymes and
What
he likes DMX.
I was gonna say if I put
don't like
DMX on, I
He
feel
likes
like you
DMX.
could fuck
he
with
did a song
DMX.
with Marilyn Manson. It was all right.
All right. I feel like if I put some old school like Eminem on, you would like it.
Nah, I mean, it
You would
gives me
like
like a little nostalgia from
Yeah.
like '99 when I was like driving to the shore after prom. You know, I was on a
Smoking swag.
couple hits of Molly.
They didn't have Molly back then.
Well, they had
we were taking ecstasy.
Mitsubishi
Mitsubishis.
Turbos.
Yeah, we were taking ecstasy, dude.
the
That
White
was-
Dolphins.
the come down was the worst.
Well, I still think we started calling it Molly in the early 2000s. Everybody called it Molly, but it was just fucking like
It was just
speed.
ecstasy with speed and fucking
Something-
coke and everything.
People were
mixed.
testing dirty for 15 different drugs.
Yeah.
That shit had me fucking rocking.
Oh my, I miss it.
K-holes.
I miss K-holes too. I went down. I told John I went to a rabbit hole of K-holes the other day. I was drunk watching fucking YouTube videos. I'm like, oh man.
Is he all right? Is he gonna relapse?
I don't know.
No.
He's gonna get on the K antidepressant nose spray that people have been doing.
Is that a thing? I
Yeah,
didn't know
you
about
can-
that.
You can go on the internet now and get a doctor online to prescribe you ketamine nose spray to treat your depression.
I have
Huberman was talking about that, I think.
I have almost a year clean from nose spray, so I won't be putting any of that stuff up my
You know,
nose.
It's so funny when people are like, "Oh, this drug cures depression." Yeah, because you're fucked up.
Because you're high.
You're fucked up. What do you mean?
And guess what? When you stop it, you're going to be even more depressed.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But the studies show.
Big Pharma.
Yeah, well,
Another.
they're just Big Pharma is getting fucking hip to it, and they're like, "Fuck it, we'll just prescribe it to people. Go to a doctor, pay a doctor's fee, and then get it prescribed. Get back in." They're like, these motherfuckers want to circumvent the system. We'll just make marijuana legal.
Boom.
We'll just make K
Fuck
and
everyone up.
mushrooms legal.
Awesome.
Heroin.
So you've been back in the gym a fair amount.
I have. Can you tell?
From you left your. No, well, yeah, because I've seen you.
Oh yeah.
Not because of your appearance.
Because I seen. Well, no, you were like, it's like you swore off gyms for a solid 6 weeks because you were in your garage gym.
And kettlebell swings.
I think we all told you that wasn't going to work, and you didn't believe us.
I still use my garage gym.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. I've been at a standstill with my fitness journey for the past few years. I don't know what I want to do after I've retired from rugby. I'm not sure if I want to diet and be a shredder, Trendhead 2000.
No, you're on that fucking raw milk.
I'm back on the raw milk, going to a local butcher, trying to eat clean, work out with some semi-intensity,
Yep.
free weight, bench pressing again.
John's getting in there too. John's been stepping up the
training
last
pretty
couple
I
good.
weeks.
trained with Justin the other day.
We did back.
Good workout.
See, the thing is that I'm doing like, I'm literally putting Midoxanil on my head to try to grow my hair back, so I can't fucking take like the drugs that I like Masteron. Trying like, what would be the point?
You're worried about your hair.
Yeah, I'm worried about
What's
my hair.
wrong? You're 41 years old. Who gives a shit,
So
bro?
I'm taking 200 milligrams of testosterone. I occasionally pop an Anadrol
Right.
just because I'll be like, oh yeah, I have Anadrol.
You take an Anadrol
I'll
pre-workout.
forget. Maybe that's why my appetite's crushed. And that's it. I mean, I'm just, I got a couple kids of growth hormone that was sitting in my fridge for 2 years. I'm like, maybe I should take some growth. And then I'll do it for a day and then forget.
Yeah.
It's like too much.
The memory, it gets a little.
You got to flip the switch. It's like all or nothing.
You got to be in. Like, you remember when you used to be like excited about like your
like getting your cycle,
getting your or like
getting your
just
meal
like,
plan.
like shot day or like chest,
Yeah, you're fucking pump. You get
Oh,
such
yeah.
a pump, bro. I don't even get a
I'm
fucking
so
pump
excited.
anymore. I
I
can't
get
feel my lats.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get so excited.
He's still.
he's still a newcomer.
I'm so excited.
How did you maintain this level of excitement and
Results.
Yeah, but
That's it. That's all I could say.
the day's gonna come. I don't know. Maybe not.
I'm gonna ride it out
I
until
tell
that
you
day
what.
comes.
When you blew your fucking knee out, I thought he's gonna chill out a little bit, and
I
you
went-
didn't.
No,
You went harder.
I went harder.
Well, you look great. You deserve it.
Thanks.
Fantastic.
Thanks, God.
You've been taking.
You're taking the same concoction for 5 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe you should switch it up.
No, I'm good. I'm all set.
What's your cruise?
I told you, it's 600 tests.
That's a
This is just Tuesday for him. Like it's like, what are you on?
600.
600 tests. That's a great number.
600 masks.
600 masks?
No, I'm sorry.
300.
No, 300. 300.
Okay,
300.
Jesus Christ.
300. Sorry.
That's a lot of tests.
You're the one that told me to stop being a bitch like 4 weeks ago. You really did.
Did I?
Yeah. You're
Hold
like,
on.
"What's-
Finish your
Was I talking about gear?
cruising cycle.
Yeah, that, and then I bumped up a little. We went to the GH.
Well, I feel like you're missing something.
No,
That's everything.
that's everything. I used to do Anavar every now and then.
So that's your cruise. What you haven't?
I've never. No, that's not my cruise. That's my max I've ever been.
That's your staple.
That,
I
yeah.
feel like you're missing a drug.
I never tried Tren. I mean, not that I never tried it.
That's
I'm
a
not-
lie.
That's not. I just lied. I am not going to do Tren again, ever again.
As of when? Yesterday?
No, I haven't been on Tren in a long, long time, buddy.
Really?
Long time.
Good for you.
He has
He has not.
has not.
All right, I believe you.
No.
Justin wouldn't lie to me.
I have 2 bottles of Trent. Just they. I'll be on my couch and I'll swear that they're like, hey,
They call
Calling your name?
Scott.
Hey, devil.
Remember these days?
It's like the devil.
Remember these days? Just do 50
The
milligrams.
devil juice.
Just do 50.
Oh God, that shit's so bad for you.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't care.
No, you're doing great. Both of you guys, I will say, both of you guys are
You
doing
know what I've
great.
been doing? I've been doing a lot of home decorations. You know, spackling. I got a new bedspread.
We need a spackle in the back of our.
I put a new shower curtain rod up. Wow.
Rod or
My boy
curtain
is,
or just the rod?
Oh, the whole thing. You know,
my boy is growing up.
I was
dude.
thinking about painting the bathroom. So I'm in the pre-contemplation phase of trying to paint something.
Yo, you are
I'm
coming
trying to decorate the.
of age.
You know,
I love that. It's good for you.
it is.
Get
good
out
for
of your
me.
head.
I'm not in my fucking head.
Get out of your head.
Who's in whose head?
You're
What are you trying to say? No, go ahead.
no. Listen, I'm just glad that you're focusing your attention on positive.
I mean,
things.
my personal life is it's no secret that my personal life has been a fucking wreck for a year.
right.
So it's time, like I woke
I
up.
feel like it was a secret up until a couple seconds ago. I mean, me and Justin knew, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but we're not like you. We don't run around and tell anyone that'll listen.
Yeah, I'm not like, hey, listen, Scott's a fucking mental patient. Listen what he did. No, it stays right here.
Is that what you think I do about you?
No, I don't think you do that about me. I think sometimes when to get yourself out of trouble, you might, like, oh, well,
No,
Justin's doing it.
you're projecting. This is projection. I feel like anybody who may have been watching the show would maybe know from some of our less than subtle innuendos. My personal life, as anybody's personal life, ebbs and flows. So my personal life has been in disarray for about a year. Right.
You've been in a valley.
We've been a lot of coming and going, and now I've come to a place of acceptance, and I've decided there's only a couple of things I can do, which is either go completely trend shredder.
You want to do it? We should just take it back to the fitness shop days and blow right past Justin.
You want to just
And be like, you're so fucking small.
look how
dude."
little you are.
You little
Yeah.
bitch.
That's what we should do. Like, just
Or the other thing is to just be completely like,
Free spirited.
no. Like
Oh.
find a level of fitness that you're happy with, where you take your shirt off and you feel okay about yourself. But cook good food,
Yep.
eat clean. Don't think about it so much. Enjoy your life. But there's a softness to that I resent. Like I will be like at Target or Home Goods and buying some stuff, and a quote comes to mind where it's like, you're at the the Spartans used to. It's like something like Spartans used to raise towns and put men to the sword and take the women, and you're at the wine bar with your GF. You're gay. And like it just every time I'm like scanning, like they're like enter your code in and for your points, and you get the email with do I have any coupons?
Yep.
That quote pops into my head
As you're cruising
gay.
through Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, I'm like trying to take like, will this look good in my room with the blinds?
maybe you can find a healthy medium and get that quote like on a a board for above your bed.
Yeah, and put it on. Yeah, use it as a decor. I like that.
You were at the wine bar.
Instead of like live, laugh, love.
You are at that would be really funny. You're at the wine bar enjoying tasteful banter with your GF. You're gay.
You're gay, and that's hanging above your kitchen sink.
Script.
The Spartans said that?
No, it's a BAP quote.
Oh, okay.
It's like a famous BAP quote. It's really funny, but I mean, whatever. I'm there. I do enjoy some of it. I enjoy cooking. Like I enjoy like decorating my house and going like, oh, this just looks pretty cool.
Good.
But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you're an animal. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You should be
You're
out
an animal.
killing
You
your
should
food.
You can be both though. It's like it's all about.
balance.
Jordan Peterson
man.
says it's about
Don't
being
ever.
that animal
This guy's
and
cool.
channeling it,
That's what I'm
controlling
talking. A little Jordan P. reference.
Yeah, what is it? The civilized animal or something?
Barbarian.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
it. Be capable
listen, I
of
think you're doing
violence
great,
and
dude.
learn how to control it.
Honestly, I think therapy's really working out for you. I'm happy for
I
you.
haven't been to therapy in weeks. You went on vacation in fucking Europe. I don't know what.
He didn't go on vacation. He changed his number.
You said he went on vacation. You just didn't go back.
He
When
went on a vacation from you.
I swear to God, when I sit down, he goes like this.
It's gonna be a hell of a 50-minute ride with this one.
Tell me where you're at this week,
What's going on?
and I'll go.
How'd that make you feel? All
I
right.
picture Scott like the Sopranos therapy scenes
Well, where he like throws the water out of the way and gets in the girl's face and
where
fucking
he's
shits
just
on him.
like just like an absolute, just the therapist just looking at him like he's out of his mind.
Sociopath.
Just
Straight sociopath.
It's not. It's tough when you're self-aware and not stupid. I don't know how everybody is, but it's like when you go talking to your therapist or even your friends, it's like the solution, the answer to all of your problems is you know it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All of it is completely self-imposed. It's all about discipline and making good choices and not repeating the same patterns that you've been doing that's got you bad results. That's all it is. You've made changes in your life a million times, right? So when I'm always sitting in my therapy and like we're just doing this circular talking. Like I know what you're gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm
have
supposed to do, but this is what I'm doing right now, and I'm having a good fucking time doing it. So shut up.
Leave me alone.
My bills are paid.
Right. I'm not committing any crimes.
But you know, he's like, "Are you happy?" Fuck. Shut the
Shit.
fuck up. Yeah. So, thanks everybody for watching. Please consider becoming a member.
Please consider.
We are once
Please
again asking.
talk about it with your significant other.
See if you could justify $5 a month.
What's $5?
I'm going to become our first member.
I can't afford it.